Disclaimer, before I start this video, I just want to let everybody know, including all of the people trying to flag this video, that I do not promote the use or experimentation of any substances at all that are considered illegal or anything. I'm just simply sharing my experience so that some of you wouldn't have to go through the experience that I went through. This video is pretty much just going to be a recap to all of the people that know me, as well as people who come across this video and are researching MDMA and or ecstasy, or possibly DMT, because you saw all of those things in the title, as well as the word overdose. So yeah, let's just get started. I'm Ryan, and today I'm going to talk about my MDMA overdose experience. About 2 weeks ago, me and my friend decided we were going to take MDMA on the whim just because one of our friends had it and offered it to us, and we were like, hey, you know what? We're fucking bored. We do nothing but smoke weed and get high all day and make music. Might as well, like, do some crazy drug just to feel it just because. You know, at that point, we were in a mindset of just, fuck it, life doesn't matter kind of thing. And that kind of bit us in the ass because as it started to kick in, we noticed some euphoria, and my jaw was clenching a bit, and my muscles were flaring. That is surefire sign number one that it is not pure MDMA. That shit is extremely bad for you. So we didn't know that. So we had these really nice realizations. We were coming to realizations about marijuana and how smoking it every day and all the time just caused us to be absolute fucking turtles. We started to realize things, and as we were coming down from it, about 6 hours later, you're not supposed to take this in the sunlight or in the heat because it promotes the neurotoxicity of a chemical that is in the MDMA. That pretty much means that if you take it in the heat, you're gonna mess your brain up. We spent 6 hours in the pool, right over there, in the freaking pool, until it started to come down. And then, as it started to come down, we were like, you know what? I don't want this to stop. So we took another one. Wasn't pure. Even if it was pure, it's still dangerous. I'm pretty sure it was cut with methamphetamines because the constant jaw clenching and the muscle, all that. The next day, after not having been able to sleep that night very well, he's rolling a blunt just to get us off the come down or whatever, and it's whatever. And then our boy Ben, who gave us the MDMA previously, comes back. Israel wants to take the MDMA again. Personally, I didn't really think it was a good idea to take it again at all, but because he was doing it, I wanted to take another one as well. We had our friend Micah there, and he wanted to take it with Israel, and because he told him about the experience and the realizations that he had, and it sounded like a good idea. They both took MDMA. Probably not pure, like I said. And since I didn't get one, there was none left. Ben just decided to give me some ecstasy. Big mistake, because that ecstasy was definitely cut with methamphetamine. The day after that, I woke up in a constant stress loop, did not know what to do. This is called psychosis. It's pretty much whenever your mind refuses, not even your mind, it's just you get yourself stuck in a constant loop of questioning everything, and you even question the question that you're asking, and I was in a constant state of anxiety and depression for my life. Every moment, every waking moment, literally every single moment that a little ant's leg could possibly move a little bit, every one of those moments I was conscious of. I felt those moments. And it was the hardest experience of my life because I wanted to die the whole time. I just kept asking the question, why do I exist? What's the point of this? We're just here to suffer over and over again. And it would just keep going through my head, Nothing caused me hope. And also the thought of everyone else in the world being depressed and having this depression possibly there for them caused me to feel like life is nothing but an endless loop of suffering for no reason. And that just led me into a further psychosis. This leads me to explaining my shroom pill trip. I couldn't come back from the come down. I was so messed up in my head. I lost all form of confidence in myself at all. If my friends were at my house and they just got there, if I got the thought of them leaving, instant anxiety. As if I didn't already have anxiety before they showed up anyway. But the thought of them leaving me, the thought of being alone again, stuck with the thoughts, the worries, that freaked me out really bad. Just a quick tip though. In a situation like that, when you're going through something like that in yourself, you need to be alone. It's absolutely harmful to depend on other people, depend on anything except for yourself in those situations. You must prove to your ego that you are not affected by anything that happens in this reality. What's inside of you cannot be changed by what's outside of you. And you have to remember that every time that you let a situation affect the way that you feel or act. Big mistake, I watched the movie Mr. Nobody while I was in that psychosis, and it pretty much covers like alternate realities and all possibilities, and the idea that everything exists for no reason almost. And that freaked me out really bad. I don't know, I just felt like I needed someone, you know? But no matter who I went to, no one was actually there for me. And I didn't know what that was until I took a Shroom pill. Now, you get approximately the same effects from one pill that you would get from 6 to 9 grams of shrooms, depending on your body weight and metabolism. That's pretty cool. So we popped open this tablet and poured out a few powder pieces of the psilocybin, thinking we weren't even barely going to feel it. It was just going to help ease the come down. We drink it in water, we stir it around and stuff, and we take sips, taking turns, and then we fill it up again, and then just take sips, making sure we got every little last bit. About 30 minutes later, we start feeling this amazing euphoric feeling. It almost reminds me of the MDMA that I took, but it felt pure. It felt nice, like it wasn't going to hurt me. Then we decide to go outside, and we're sitting down, and I start to realize a lot of things. We start to realize that without the good, the bad wouldn't be there. Without the bad, the good wouldn't be there, and everything needs to be the way that it is, because it's kind of hard to explain, but it's just like, on that pill, I had an instant understanding of every question I could possibly ask, but I still didn't prove my ego that it was the truth yet, because I wasn't alone. I was with other people, and I was constantly talking, constantly realizing things, kind of just going through a little loop, almost like I did on the MDMA, and they told me, they were like, Tim, stop talking, you're in a loop. And at that point, I actually realized what they meant when they told me that before. I really was stuck in a loop. I was in a constant state of questioning things all the time, wanting to know the answer. When in reality, the only way that we can really find peace is to stop asking questions and accept everything the way that it already is, and just enjoy it because of it. Be grateful for what you have, because there's people in the world that don't even have this. Regardless of how enslaved we are in the American society, we have so many privileges compared to African countries who are lacking even just fresh water. Keep that in mind. I became even more self-conscious, and I still had that anxiety in the loop inside me because I took it with other people, and I was seeing myself from their point of view as a person who wasn't together, as a person who wasn't going to be together, and who was just going to stress all the time. So, there was no hope. After thinking I got myself together, I finally built myself up that confidence again, to really start being sober and happy again, to really feel together, like I belong on the earth again. My boy Ben came over and we were just talking and stuff. He was going to leave soon, and I was really contemplating taking the rest of that pill because there was still a lot in there, you know. I didn't really know what to do, so I went outside, took my dog outside, let her go to the bathroom or whatever. I looked at my pool, looked up at the stars, and I was really questioning really hard, should I take the rest of this pill? Could this hurt me? Because mind you, I took a lot of mind-altering and brain chemistry-changing substances near that time, so I was worried that it was going to cause some sort of permanent disability in my brain. I went inside and I walked past the clock thinking fat questions about this. Oh, really strong contemplation, you know, should I take this? And I looked at the clock and it said 7:52, and I walked by and I saw nothing of it. And as soon as I stopped looking at it, I kind of realized it means something. And I didn't know why. And it said 7:52. 5 plus 2 is 7. Okay? That caused me to think, oh, maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe I just need to do something. You know, maybe I just need to go at something for once. Then I looked up angel number 752, which is, or synchronistic number, which just means like, if you see a number all the time, like 111, it has a specific meaning to your life and your journey that truly does correlate with what's actually going on. What the angel number pretty much said was that I'm going through a big change in my life, and that whatever big decision I'm thinking of making, whatever contemplation I'm having, go at it full speed ahead, have full confidence, have full motivation, and knowing that I'm gonna come out at the other end with a big fat fucking smile on my face. So that kind of proved to me that I probably should do that. So I took the pill at 9:54, and 5 plus 4 is 9. I was like, whoa, that's interesting. So I looked that up, and turns out that said that whatever big decision I thought of making, or whatever decision I had just made, is going to change my life in a bigger way than I ever thought it would. I realized that I pretty much lost all grounding of separation inside myself. I don't believe in separateness anymore. This whole Earth experience, everything in the universe, it's all one experience happening all at once. The consciousness that is inside animals, that is inside us, when we look at each other, the consciousness of the universe, it's just one consciousness. That's what it had me realize. That's why being alone is the most intimate thing that you can experience, ever. Because there's no closer point to God, or to the source of all creation, or to the source of all consciousness, where we all come from, love. I almost overdosed on 3 doses of amphetamines. And by the way, you're not supposed to take Molly within 1 month of each other, even. And I took 2 in one day, and then the next day I took Ecstacy. All my serotonin levels went super down, dopamine levels super high, caused immense emotional instability. I just want to let you guys know that if you were worried about me that past week, if you see the title and you're worried about me, just know I have mastered inner peace. And I'm going to be doing this a lot. I'm just going to be talking about things, getting my thoughts across. I'm going to get better at this. It's a little unorthodox of a video, but I'm going to put my newest song at the end, let you guys get some vibes, and comment any suggestions of spiritual topics, life topics, anything in general. I will talk about anything. This is my happy place. Welcome. I love you.
It's just a feeling that I get every night.
It's just a feeling that I get every night.
It's just a feeling that I get every night. Is this the world that we live in? Did we come here to die? No answers to these questions. Gotta free your mind from the handcuffs and oppression that they placed in line. They programmed us like computers, had us all trying to divide, when in reality we're one species on a planet wide. Love is the dancer guiding our lives. Give up control, you'll see through her eyes.
No, it's a game, play it with faith and not give a fuck. Just stick to love, release all attachment and you'll be above your previous self. That's who to top, not anyone else. If you haven't found peace, don't worry yourself, it's here. The awareness is you, not all your thoughts, forget that you're due. Your soul is infinite, that is the truth. 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 Peace is here. Look within. Peace is here.